right. Hello, everybody. Astro gravitational report for today, for 27th of June. Interesting configurations in the sky is going to be coming in today. Up, down, touch the ground, going up high to the sky, and then go down and splash to the earth to fly even more high. Interesting situations are going on, especially with the moon. We are going to experiencing something in the sky today that it's not that common that happens, but it does. Talking about these beautiful trines between cardinal signs, that's going to happen between the sun and the moon during midnight. But that is going to be the interesting this situations because the moon is going to be trining Mercury that enters Cancer. And if you pay attention into the energy, a lot of emotional talk, a lot of emotional self-talk before you do anything. It is about family. The family is what? The first family is you. What is your family within yourself, and what is the family understanding within you? So if you're good with the family understanding in yourself, you will understand what's going on in the family. If the family dynamic is not great, you're about to create different dynamic in family. You're the one who changed the situation. With that being said, I want to recognize Tiffany. Hi, Tiffany. Thank you for coming to the chat. Very good day today because today on my main channel there's going to be a number 1000. It's going to be a video number 1000. It's going to be the big video in there for never thought about it. I'm going to be making 1000 videos on YouTube. Boy, that library is too big, even to myself. But I'm going to be celebrating it today, so I'll put it on a smile in my face, in my heart, and my soul about this. We did a lot of work, and I'm liking that we are doing it here, the Astro Gravitational Report, because it is combined everything there. So, with that being said, guys, thank you for watching. I'm going to be shifting you on the side. You already guys know the drill. And I am going to be talking to you. What is it cooking in the sky? What's it cooking in the sky? Are we going to have a pizza, pasta, macaroni, or we are just going to be on diet? Hey, Rich, thank you for coming in. Glad to have you here, CF. Thank you, brother. All right, so 7 o'clock in the morning, midheaven, it's going to be at Aries there. There's going to be this squaring towards Sun and Mercury. You may going to feel like nobody's talking to you and you don't talk to nobody. Oof. Man, what is going on inside of you? There is a lot of things that you didn't go maybe your way. You didn't go maybe the situations you thought they were. You're not in a control. The energies is changing constantly, like a clock is changing and moving forward. So is the everything in the world is shifting and changing. So without changes inside of it, you have to learn to be flexible, liquid, ability, adaptations to changes. Those changes, they can be rapid, irrational, or those could be changes. They're stable, stayed on your feet, and confirm your decisions. So that energy at 7 o'clock in the morning is going to be intense. Also, the rising energy is opposing transformations. And you're going to feel like, man, I'm on the ground, but I need to fly high. And you're going to be learning how to fly high. In the next hour, midheaven is joining Chiron pretty much. And there is a trine towards Venus, Lilith, and Mars. Now, Lilith is between Mars and Venus. Be mindful about third energy between your feminine and masculine energies internally inside of you, but also about energy that is internal between the lovers. Okay, you have to put it that way. That is when the serpent was given the apple into what you have to deal with it from within. The moon is actually sextile all three of them. Midheaven, it is trining all this. There is still these divine energies from the moon towards Uranus. Some of you is going to take a sudden changes, sudden fix, or they're going to be a sudden availabilities to stand on your ground. Uranus is in Taurus, keeping your ground within the situations. Hola, señor Nick. Buenos días. ¿Cómo estás? For it. Tiffany trying to keep the peace. Yes, there's gonna be this energy of the peace because the moon is in the balance. The moon is in Libra, and you need to understand when the Libra goes this and this and this and this and this, trying to maintain this balance, you're gonna be have to move, and this is maybe at some point is gonna be like too much you to stretch, but the stretch shows you your strength. So, it has been said in there at 9 o'clock midheaven, it's going to be together with Jupiter. There is sextiling Saturn, who is retrograde, and sextile the Sun and Mercury. You have to grow up within yourself. Focus of what you're telling to yourself. Did you learn the right things that you tell from within? And Saturn retrograde, it's like, what did you tell yourself before? What did you tell before yourself from within? And what are you going to do now? I'm going to send you back. I'm going to get your visions back. I'm going to put you back in time. And now see what the reality is inside of it. How does it feel, that energy? If that energy is in family. So since Mercury crossing into Cancer, you will understand a lot of things about family is going to be within yourself, within your internal thinking, within your internal energies, and maybe situations within. But that's what the midheaven is going to be, the power of growth. So you're going to be flying high. So 10 o'clock midheaven is actually together with Uranus there, and that is going to be squaring Venus, Lilith, and Mars. Did you outgrow your these tantrums as a kid? Did you outgrow this old thinking about feminine and masculine, what should, could, must, and so? Or you actually, if it's meant to be, will be, and then leave it to the divine. So looking at that midheaven together with Uranus is going to be also double divine energies with the moon in there, but there's going to be a double squaring towards Mars and Venus. You may going to feel like you're not grown up, you're not matured, you're not this, you're not that. Okay, but the maturity is coming in from within you, not to somebody else. Nobody is responsible for your maturity but you. And this is why the personal planets Mars and Venus coming in and Leo together and transitioning through Leo, they have a hard time. A lot of the people have a hard time learning the process. Since Lilith is there, Lilith is actually can be this little bit of scale on the one side to show you the dark side, but also to show you the wisdom from within. That is a when the feminine has to explain her shadow, her emotions that she hides from within. But at the same time, how is the Mars is going to be reacting on the hidden shadow of the feminine? This is why there should be no secrets into lovers, and not a secrets as a divine masculine in yourself about your secret desires towards Venus. Everything has to be based out of the truth, and that is immaturity. So Tiffany H, not her. Well, we all have to deal with it. It's just the present energy. So if you feel energy like this, I'm just explaining the energy. Okay, that doesn't mean you have to do it. It's going to be very good at this 10 o'clock in the morning there, because the moon that is in Libra is going to be have only a positive energies, but the ascendant it is at 29 degrees of Leo. When a Mars and Venus and later on Mercury, Sun, they're all going to go through this transitions from Leo into Virgo. That is going to be when the wisdom is going to be gained for better judgments of life, better perfections of life, better healing within life. So we are going to have a very good transitions at the end of Leo season. and very good the beginning of Virgo season, because that is a divine energies between Pluto and Neptune. Okay, for some of you, this is going to be age of Pisces, complete, done. You're done with it. You're done with old crap. You're done with old stuff. You're done with the old life. You're done with old things. And some of you is going to be feeling it because you're coming back, but that past is only for review. You're not dealing with this. You're not acting in the old way. You're focusing the new. Some of you is going to feel those energies. The moon look crazy. Yes, the moon is going to be look crazy, but the emotions, if you follow that compassion, so balance of the Libra's talking up here right now. Okay, but if you look at it, the Libra is the only one zodiac sign that it has more, I would say, mysteries around that even the astrologers have a hard time on it. This is the only one zodiac sign. It has nothing to do with human or an animal kind of like presentations in the zodiac sign. Everyone else of the zodiac signs is attaching it to human or to an animal expression, but not the Libra. And I posted here about this legends about Astrea. Astrea was living here on the earth, and she was judging what the life in the earth is not according to the rules. And then she ascended into the Virgo constellation, and her job was from her mother, Temida, to hold the scales, which is Libra. And this is why Libra is mysteriously, because all the contracts are there, all the relationships are there, the balance within the universe, the balance with energies. It is the seventh zodiac sign in there. And some of the things that happens in there are mystery. This is why there is something given the astrology that between depends of what scholastic you learn. If you learn from the French scholastics, this is going to be a 13 degrees Libra to the 13 degrees of Scorpio. That is a, what is it called? Via combusta. That is a, the burnt road. Usually things who have inside of it in there. Between this, some of the German scholastics, they usually take in the 15 degrees of Libra to a 15 degrees of Scorpio in there. For some, it's even narrow. But with that being said, in there, the moon right now, especially the moon, it has a very good position. She has no negative aspects in there. You're looking from within yourself not to be negative. It doesn't matter what is it going on, which is it can go up and down today. You can go up and down today. You to be peace, balance. You are the one who maintain the balance. You're the scale. So yeah, but it's gonna be a good one, right? So at 12 o'clock, midheaven is gonna be a Gemini, beautiful trine with the moon there. The ascendant is in Virgo, beautiful trines with Uranus helping you to make these changes within yourself, and a beautiful trine with Pluto. You will find the reasons for your own transformations, but you need to talk to yourself about those transformations from within you. Mercury is in divine energies with Pluto. Sun is also going back. And when I was entering Cancer, was also in the divine energies. So some of you is going to be reminded for your own divine responsibility today. So be mindful about those energies, because at 1 o'clock, midheaven, it's going to be at 6 degrees together with the 5 degrees, 48 minutes sun. Double divine energies in there. Ascendant is at 5 degrees in Libra, divine energies with Saturn. And the moon is divine energies with Uranus. As you see it, divine makes the battles from within you for you. But you have to do this recognitions in there to recognize the battles and allow the battles within the divine. You're not to fight personally, because when you fight personally, what happened to you? You're disbalanced. You are not in your energies. You cannot control others. You cannot control others' actions, thoughts, and patterns. But you can control yourself. How you react on this. And with that ascendant, actually, it's 5 degrees is going to be squaring the sun in a midheaven. That is at 5 degrees, and it's going to be opposing Neptune. Some of you going to look at it, at those visions, like, well, these things happen and that happened. The first thing here is, what do you think you first? Is the positive energies or a negative energies? Let me guess. Negative. Why? Because that's how we learn. Always to look at the negative side first. But what about you train yourself if you see the positive side within you? Changes, shifts? Anyone? Yeah. But talking about later on at 2 o'clock, this energy is going to point out the situations they are. Midheaven, it's 20 degrees. That's going to be squaring the ascendant that is pretty much together with the moon. But the ascendant, the rising energies, is going to show here is the emotions. Be emotional. Be the mother. Be the mother that makes the balance with everything. Make this situations with the kids, which is that for Mars and Venus currently, they can present in your family situations and make the balance with who? With the authority, the father, because the moon and the sun, those are the mother and the father representation in the zodiac sign that is in your chart. Usually, whatever the moon and the sun does that within your chart, it represents the presentations and the actions from your mother and your father relationship with you, where they are there. But this is how you build your own authority within you. The mother builds your intuition and love and caring, while the father brings your authority and your masculine energies inside of it. So, however that is in your chart, it shows up these correlations from within yourself, how you react on those energies. So at 3 o'clock midheaven, it's going to be at 4 degrees of Leo. That is going to be opposing Pluto. So you basically went down, you back down, and I mean, midheaven at 4 degrees is squaring the north node there. It's still in Taurus and Jupiter. Ascendant, it's opposing Jupiter and the north node. And you feel like, man, I always didn't succeed. I didn't got this. I couldn't get this. I didn't. I did. I stop right there. If you say that I can't do this, you have to look the reason that you can do this. And this is why the moon with Uranus, that's the universe, is going to help you there. Neptune is going to give you the visions how to do it. But the people who knows how to do it, just a little thing is like, hey, what about if I can do this? What I need to do? How I'm going to learn? That is it to grow up. That is this power of growing up. And right now, the mother, the moon, actually tells the divine masculine, the divine feminine in there. You two can do this. You can outgrow this. You can go ahead in there and you can mature, because that's how you should be. You are right now in this state, but you can mature, you can grow. There's a lot of growth in there because Leo represents the fifth house. This is it, the moment that the kids are growing. Okay, so that is the year of 5-year old, but that is also the year of 17 crossing to a year of 18. You go back in time, you're going to learn how much did you mature within those ages. The one, actually, it is about connecting to the inner child, but the other one is a young adult. You go into the age 18. That is when you mature. Are you really mature from within? The moon, it's cult and a half. The moment. Well, it's about the first quarter moon. So That moon, when it goes in Scorpio, there's going to be trining the sun, because it's going to go to a Scorpio. There's going to be a lot of emotions. Some people is going to go through lots of emotions. They're going to feel these energies in there. But when the moon arrives, at Capricorn, we are going to be feeling things inside. There's going to be some lots of energies there. All right, 4 o'clock. Ascendant is at Scorpio. Midheaven is together with Venus and Lilith. What are you going to listen? Your intuitions that it's connecting into divine energies with Uranus, or you're going to fight Uranus in there. You're going to take flight, or you're going to be go down and stay down. So a lot of you maybe have emotions that want to continue something, fighting within and get what is being given to you from the universe. Or you are going to be deciding to back off, sit down in the bench and watch the game from the stadium instead of being a player and go out there and swing the bat. What will be your choices? So some of you is going to be maybe feeling all these energies, because those energies are connecting with unfulfilled desires. Lilith, anyone? When I look at the earlier tonight, it was a half moon visually in there. I have not seen the moon up here. Maybe today I will. Yesterday there was a lot of clouds, Nick. All right, 6 p.m. Midheaven goes into Virgo. The moon still have these beautiful energies, but there's going to be a lot of energies activated through the rising energies. The energies that are rising you up. The divine is going to come and talk to you. This is about 6 p.m., guys. And here what's going on right now. Okay? Ascendant, that is the rising energies of Sag. They are double divine energies with the Sun and Mercury. That divine energies of the Sun and Mercury are directly divine energies with the North Node. At the same time, the Sun is a divine energies with Pluto. And we have divine energies of the Moon with Uranus. I would say that probably all the energies, they're going to be like 33% each other. And there's going to be this 1% of you. What energies are you going to use at this time? The moon is squaring Pluto, but through the energies in there. Pluto is in divine energies with Mercury and the Sun, and ascendant is divine energies, the rising energies there, which is they're going to be connecting you with your destiny, glimpse of the destiny. That is the moments, if you guys been watching Arwen, if you remember who Arwen is, in there, talking about the Lord of the Rings, they move her out, and she stopped for a second, and she kind of glimpses about Aragon, that he's a king, and they have a baby boy. And the boy is just going to him, and she sees medallion in that boy. Some of you is going to be finding this out today. Yeah, living in the future, always ahead, doesn't it? Go on, Nick. Sometimes the future is not to be known. Well, that's why a lot of people want to know the future, but the question is, what are you going to do today for the future? Always been that way. Balance. Balance. There's always got to be a balance between the future, past, and the present. All right, so 7 o'clock, Midheaven, it's going to be at 7 degrees of Libra. That is going to be divine energies with Jupiter and Saturn, another divine energies they're playing in the ground. That's going to be you to look. What are you unbalanced about? Well, you're unbalanced because your authority wants to rule, you wants to control, you wants to talk, and you want to your talk and your authority to be out and fulfilled. But when it's going to be the divine authority that helps you to live better life. So at this time, the moon begins to have a trines with Mercury there. That is a trine between cardinal signs, talking about Libra and Cancer. And at the same time, though, Mercury has a trines with Saturn. There is in Pisces. And amid having a divine aspect with Saturn and Pisces, you're going to be go back to see the mysteries of the world that you have not learned. That right now they're applying to you. Are you digging into the divine scripts? There is two people here that I know right now that are digging into this. This is what Saturn and Pisces is. Review of the Piscean ages. So you can close the door. That is what in the next about 2 years this is going to happening. And that's going to be the end of the age of Pisces. For some of you, that's going to be coming earlier. For some, that's going to be in the next 2 years. However, it is in your case. So, 8 o'clock p.m., midheaven, it's together with the moon. Beautiful energies. It's a beautiful yacht that it's creating between Neptune and Uranus at this time. Beautiful sextile with Mars, Lilith, and Venus in there. Beautiful sextile with the ascendant rising energies. That it's 0 degrees of Capricorn. For some of you, that's going to be like gaining your power, your strength, your abilities to be self-confident. Because you're self-confident because of what? Self-reliance. And that's where it comes in, this power of Capricorn. That's why in the Capricorn, the most people who are there, those are the doctors, those are the emergical medical technicians, those are the firefighters, the policemen. Some of the presidents count 10th house as a Capricorn there. They are the public servants are in there. So when you're looking at this energy, some of you is going to be finding themselves of their internal strength personally within you. You're going to take that flight. You finding that, and that's going to give you the powers of you to go ahead and do what you're supposed to do. It's already this trines with Mercury. It's increasing so much, and you're going to have to talk about your deepest emotions. Your deepest emotions could be the deepest love you ever felt. Your deepest emotions, this could be the deepest desires that you never express, the deepest needs and wants and things that you can do from within. Midheaven is at Scorpio. Beautiful trines with the Sun and the Mercury, beautiful trines with Saturn. These beautiful emotions, they're also going to be attached to who rules the emotions. The moon. Balance. The balance of this there between you. Because you're going to learn not to go too high, not to fall in the ground, for you to just take flight in there. Too much going on, but it is what it is. And here is, it's coming 10 o'clock there. At 10 o'clock, the moon, the ascendant, and Pluto are squaring to each other. They're squaring the North Node, which is Neptune and ascendant, squaring the North Node and Jupiter. Midheaven squaring Venus, Lilith, Mars, and opposing Uranus. It's, you still have things to do. You still have triggers to get it. You still have to learn to navigate in there. But at length, you learn one thing. You have to learn that you need to balance your own self so you can have a balance in you as a family, the balance within your family, and the balance within the earth as a family. Like it or not, we all have one home. It's called earth. I don't know how the other people taking it, but it is what it is. And that's gonna be some triggers. But of course, after the triggers comes in, what it's coming? The divine. It's coming to talk to you. Midheaven is at 8 degrees in a 50 minutes, and that is a divine energies between Jupiter, the growth, and Mercury in Cancer. Communications is the key, always the key, and always going to be. Because divine, when it comes in to communicate, listen to it. But don't shut it off, that voice inside of it, because it can become a roar. And that is what some of the people need until the divine comes in and is screaming at you, and you're like, okay, I got that. In there. The question is not you to scream at people. You need to look at it deep inside of yourself to maintain your own balance there. The balance is the key. And I want to talk to you about 12 o'clock. That is at the moment that the moon is going to be trining the sun. The moon is still going to be at 27 degrees of Libra, but it's going to be trining the sun and Mercury. Midheaven, it's going to be at 22 degrees of Sag. That is a divine energies with Uranus there, but the moon doesn't have divine energies anymore with Uranus. But Midheaven is right here, so here is the moon. Right here on the bottom, you have Mercury and the sun, and on the other side of this, you have Mars and Venus. It's going to begin to create the angel wings. You to maintain that you cannot fly with one wing. You need the second one. So this is going to be how you learn to navigate these energies. You may go up and down and so on, but to the internal piece is going to be telling you and helping you how to navigate your life. All right, so that's what it was, the Astro-Gravitational report. Now, if you guys have some questions, I can go ahead and answer it for you. Donna, hi, I haven't seen that you come in, but welcome here. I will just join it if Q channel is going to keep bring you best soul family. The balance energies, because sometimes when we have the highest energies and then we don't get the highest energies, we have a tendency to go down. And when we go down, we tell we are down ourselves. And then we even go below our balance. So when you get to the highest energies, they're telling you here is what you need to learn. This is your next stage. And you're like slowly learning them. You're accepting the new downloads. And when those energy matching that energy of high, you're making them as a permanent standard. Yes, intentional stillness for integrations. Yes, you need to have that stillness in there. All for not to go down. Doesn't matter what's going on. And today is one of those days that actually you may have to practice this. Really practice for yourself, not for because of somebody else. You have to learn this at some point. It's a call self-independence and self-accountability to yourself, self-responsibility to maintain yourself. Doesn't matter what is going on. It's pretty good though, because that way you find out what you're made of. And the energies are helping. If you listen to the energies, they're telling you, here is what the pitfall is if that happens, but here is the rise, what is going to happen. And here what the balance will be. It's your choice. So you need to be helpful with this. Sometimes Neptune is this delusional situation. It's like, well, you see this down there and so on, these triggers in there. Sometimes Mars is like, I want to be in my way. The warrior inside of you. I want to fight. I'm going to fight for it. and so on. But when you look at it, yes, within the energies in there, you find out things that you're navigating your life. So yeah, it is what it is. Working on the project, this astrology to become more up in there. Multitasking in the energies, divine flow is the goal. Yes, you're going with the divine because the divine is telling you, take this road from here, that's going to help you with this. But also, if you take that road from here, this is what's going to happen. So they show you actually the good and the bad and how you to navigate with this of according to your level of unit evolutions with this. So they're always present. The question is you to catch those energies. Yes, you may find yourself in a fog a little bit. That fog is because every time there is this Lilith between Mars and Venus in there, creates a little fogginess with an emotion. And if you take the things personally, guess what happens? You go down. But if you take the point of the divine, it always goes up. So the divine, it's a flow to go. They're telling you what you need to do. All right. Is there any more questions, comments? If not, guys, thank you for coming in here. And thank you for the support to all of you. Share the love and the light. And we're going to be coming and talk about tomorrow here, okay, about the energies. Sometimes I make videos, depends of what's going on within me and so on. I'm trying to navigate my own journey as well. If you need some astrology report, personally, you guys know where to find me. But things are moving. We are moving. We are going. It doesn't matter what's going on, when it's going on, and what's going on. We'll keep going. We'll keep moving. All right, guys. Thank you for being here. Let me give you the gifts of love. Unwrap it and take it as much as you need it. Thank you all. We'll see you later and hope that report helps in your life. Be love, be peace.